Namaste. हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. I am JVN Dr.Anamika Ahirwar, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the subject name Production and Operations Management. Now, today's session topic is Production System. These are the topics which I have covered in my lecture. What is production? What is production system? Meaning of production system and the types of production system. Now come to what is production. As we all know about production, if we input something and we get the output, then if we are talking about the organization or a factory or an industry, then of course there is a concept of production, so that we can say that the factories produce the outcome in form of product. Okay, so production can be explained as the act of either manufacturing or mining or growing of goods, generally in bulk or for trade. Okay, so production is a method basically which is employed for making or providing essential goods and services for consumers. If we define the production, then what we say is it is basically a process that puts intangible inputs like ideas, creativity, research, knowledge, wisdom, etc. in use of action. It is a way that transforms tangible inputs like raw materials, semi-finished goods and unassembled goods into finished goods or commodities. Now come to the what is production system basically. This production system may be defined as the methods, procedure or arrangement which includes the functions required to accumulate the inputs, process and reprocess the inputs and deliver the marketable outputs, that is in form of goods. Okay, so in simple, if we are talking about the production system, everything which produces follow a system, right? If we are talking about your degree, if we are talking about your manufacturing industry, if we are talking about your education system, if we are talking about marketing, in every field there is a system which is processed. So in that process you need to, of course, including there are some plans, procedures, you can say arrangement. So on the basis of these arrangements we follow those things so that we will get the production, or we can be able to make the productions, okay, in form of either outputs or in form of goods or in form of products, right? So what is the meaning of production system basically? Production system basically consists of three main components with inputs, conversion process and output. What I am saying is input, that means the raw material through which we can get the output, and of course in between the input and the output, or you can say in between the raw material and the final product, there is a process which is going on, and we call this process it as a conversion process. Okay, so the first input means it includes, of course, raw materials, machines, man hours, components or parts, drawing, instructions and other paperworks. And the second is conversion process. In conversion process, this includes operations, actual production process actually, and operations will be either manual or mechanical, or you can say chemical. Okay, so operations convert input into output And the conversion process also includes supporting activities, and these activities helps the process of conversion. So the supporting activities may include production planning and control, purchase of raw materials, receipt, storage and issue of materials, inspection of parts and work in progress, testing of products, quality control, warehousing of finished products, etc. And the outputs include finished products, finished goods and services. The three components of the production system are depicted in this diagram. You can see input, in this raw material, machine labor, etc. This input sends in the conversion process, and in this conversion process manual or mechanical or chemical operations are there, and after that processing we will get the final output in form of finished goods and services. Now examples. The examples of production system are as follows. Like first is the tangible goods. Tangible means which we can touch. Okay. So in this, consider an example of manufacturing industry like a sugar industry. Here sugar cane is the first used as an input, of course. Then the juice of sugar cane is produced through a conversion process. Finally, to get an output known as a refined sugar used for mass consumption. And the second is intangible goods. Intangible means which we cannot be able to touch. Consider an example from a service industry, that of a software development firm or company. Here initially written program codes are used as an input. These codes are then integrated in some database and are provided with a user-friendly interface through a conversion process, and finally an output is made available in form of an executive application program that we cannot touch. Okay, so this is the intangible goods. The types of production systems. The normal way of classifying production system is under four broad headings, which are as follows. First is job production, second is batch production, third is mass production, and the fourth is process production. This is all about the production system, and we will discuss types of production system in our next session. So here I am giving you a question for practice. Write short note on production system. Thank you. This session powered by digital version 2.0 Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.